Hello and welcome to Dragonball Speak, a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z, and we rate them each on a scale of 1 to 7 stars. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon. Oh, Wesley's got the oolong shirt.
And I'm Wesley with a $45 Hypeland officially licensed Dragon Ball Z oolong shirt. It doesn't look good, but it's real.
I think it looks good, but it's like, it looks fake.
The airbrush is not good.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Rypato1992 and Aiden Weibel. We appreciate you guys very much. For those of you who don't know, we opened up a Patreon. Wesley got laid off last week. It's been crazy times. I had COVID last week. Crazy times indeed.
Yes.
But here we are with a Patreon with some really cool tiers and stuff. And so check it out if you get the chance.
Every dollar matters. It will pay for literally you can bet the money that we make from it is going to go right into the show.
I promise you that.
We have some things we need to buy.
I promise you that. Not to mention, if you don't want to contribute to the Patreon, that's fine. Just go check it out because I put up a little post, and you can consider your options, and you can just check it out.
Yeah, and the best way to support us without spending money is to subscribe on youtube.com/DragonBallSpeak or on literally basically any podcast service that you like, unless you're like somebody weird and you've got an obscure one that makes you feel like super hip and stuff. But if you're on all the usuals,
Audible.
Really? Oh no.
Can you? I listen on Google
I think
Play.
so. Yeah, we're published authors, so we should be on Audible.
Also, just send us a DM on Twitter. Something nice.
Yeah, do that. That would be sick.
To those of you who reply to our tweets and leave comments in the videos, it means a lot to us. It makes us very happy.
If you saw us tweet my frankly incredible scream, and we'll get into it this episode, but I think I can do a better Super Saiyan charge up than Sean Schimmel. His is good, but every 10 seconds they got to cut, and then he gets a break and he gets to restart his scream. I did, what was it? It was like a 2.5 minute scream last episode, nonstop, no cuts. 2.5. It might have even been 3 minutes.
It was 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Yeah. Which that could get me to at least Super Saiyan, probably 19. So yeah, really honestly, just kind of eat your heart out, Sean Schimmel and Christopher Sabat. Just kidding. Respond and then come be on our show.
Please.
I
have to say, we will talk about all the episodes like in a minute, maybe. But I just want to know what you think. What'd you think about what we saw? We saw something. Have you ever seen what we just saw before?
Yes.
You have? Okay, tell me about it.
Video game.
Really?
Back in like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Okay,
I used to play one of the Budokais on PS2 with an old friend. So I would always pick I don't know if it was Goku. Honestly, I picked like a long-haired dude. And so I've always kind of, it's one of those things, like most things in Dragon Ball Z, where I couldn't tell you ahead of time, but then I see it and it like unlocks a memory.
I was going to say.
In my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, they do have like the long hair that goes down to like their calves. Pretty cool.
1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody, this Dragon Ball Speak. We have to rate that new form.
Rate that form. I actually have mixed feelings on this form.
Okay, tell me everything.
I like
so let's just go to he's in front of Boo. He's like, I'm going to walk you through the transformations. He hints like that there's something beyond Super Saiyan 2, which this is the first time they even called it Super Saiyan 2, first off. And then, so you're probably thinking, like, what are you thinking? What's going on?
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and then I thought he was going to turn into that kid that screams. That's a Dragon Ball Speak episode 0 shout out.
No, but this is what that kid was referencing.
I realized that whenever I was doing it because Goku's like, this is my natural form.
Yeah.
This is my Super Saiyan. This is Ascended Saiyan, or sometimes we call it Super Saiyan 2. And this... And yeah,
and that kid goes, "This is Super Saiyan above a Super
Saiyan." Yeah, the transformation was sick. This must be the one that gets like that people make fun of Dragon Ball Z for.
Yes,
like the dude's screaming for 5 because it was like 5 minutes.
It was
screaming.
like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So this is like where the memes come from, but it's like, dude, it's so good that like you can make fun of it all you want, but like I don't know.
I liked it. I liked that they cut to like anybody we've ever met in the show. We got their reaction to it, even Tien and Chaozu, which
we haven't
forgot.
seen them.
Don't even know. I didn't even know they were alive, but I guess they have to be alive because they got. When did they come back? Tien never died.
No, last we saw Tien, I think, was against when they fought Cell.
That's right. And Chaozu, when did he come back alive?
He was also there when they fought Cell.
So he came back alive after Frieza, then probably the Frieza arc, because that's the last time before recently that they brought people back.
On Namek.
Yeah, forgot they existed, but it was great to see them.
You forgot Tien existed when he is the one who held off Semi-Perfect Cell for a while with his Tri-Beam cannon.
Yeah. Also, real quick, fit check within a fit check. Tien's fit.
Oh,
10 out of 10.
goes so hard.
Just the little sash over his like
so
shoulder.
good.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Back to the so we're coming out of the fit check within the fit check back to the level 1 fit check. For those following, it's
now it's back to the form check.
Yeah, this is
Back to rate that
fitception.
form. So rate the form.
I
mean, you haven't seen it really do anything yet, but like I'm talking strictly appearance and context.
It's not my favorite.
Okay.
I think I like Ascended Saiyan best, and I'll tell you why. But this could change. The animation and art was sometimes a little weird while he was during the last episode.
After the transformation,
Yes.
or during?
Sometimes his face looked a little strange, and it really threw off the entire.
Well, he doesn't have eyebrows anymore.
That might actually be it. Not that, it's okay if you don't have eyebrows. My grandma didn't for a while when she had cancer. But she did lose all form of expression. Like, you do kind of lose. Your eyebrows are.
He does have the Cro-Magnon brow.
Yeah,
going.
eyebrow is what makes you human.
So it's like a primal kind of thing.
The long hair is sick. The long hair is the best by far. He's more muscular, but not so much more that it's like jarring. Yeah, I think I'll like it more.
Voice is different.
Yeah, it is a little bit. His face really just looks. Sometimes it was like sick. Like his first full reveal, there's a shot where it pans top to bottom, while panning out at the same time, and then we see the backs of Babidi and Boo looking at him. Cool shot. But then other times there was like this close up on his face, and I was like, I don't like this. It makes me feel weird.
This one, so I think the reveal is a 10.
Yeah.
In terms of appearance, though, there's a couple things. Like, I love the long hair.
Yeah.
It is a little, like, silly in concept, but it looks cool, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It really comes out of him, like, in a phallic-like way.
Phallic indeed.
Yeah.
But there are some things here that I want to talk about. So, like, when comparing forms, right, we have 3 forms now.
Yeah.
I would like for you to talk with me here. Talk me through the debut of each form. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Super Saiyan 1.
Super Saiyan 1 is...
Tell me what you were feeling, What was the context here?
That was probably the most hype one. Just because it's like...
It was hinted for so long.
It's the first of it. It's it matters. It means so much for the show.
Narratively.
Yeah, and then watching it, like, transform into something that he can just do simply is awesome. Ascended Saiyan, when did that happen? More recent than not, right? Yeah, Gohan at the end of Cell. That shit was also really hype. In the moment, like as a moment of Dragon Ball Z history, that one's probably the best. And then this one is my least favorite so far, but only because the form is not only because I have some weird feelings about his form. The actual transformation was sick. When it happens, how it happens, not that hype. But like when it's happening is hype.
Correct.
Like if you told me like, okay, he's going to Super Saiyan 3 right now, I'd be like, really? This is like just as a distraction?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You nailed it, dude.
But like when it starts happening, I'm like, yeah, I don't even care if it's a
my
distraction.
hairs were standing on end. Like my hands were kind of shaking. I get so hyped because it just is. The music, by the way, it's the first time we've heard that theme. That's the Super Saiyan 3 theme. It's amazing. But just in terms of narrative, there's no so there's a couple things. There's never, so even Super Saiyan 2, for a long time before it happened, they talked about it. They talked about how Goku thought it was possible.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 1, same exact thing. Vegeta was talking about it. It had a very strong presence narratively in that arc. Super Saiyan 3, we just saw him fight Vegeta at what we presumed was his full strength. They were equal. We now know that he was lying.
Goku has a lot of secrets right now. What's he holding back? He's lying. He's pulled fusion out of his butt. He's pulled Super Saiyan 3 out of his butt. What was he doing when he was dead?
So now Vegeta's not alive to comment on the situation, but if he were, I can only imagine his reaction to Goku having intentionally held back to make him feel better about himself.
He would not be happy.
It's quite disrespectful as a warrior.
Yeah, he would not be happy at all.
That's the reason they fought in the first place, was because he felt like Goku was always one step ahead of him.
And he finally felt like he had the upper hand. But he didn't. I think that I wish Vegeta was still alive, because I think he immediately would have just gone straight into like trying to do it himself.
I want to do it too.
And then but yeah, the moment hype, the actual moment, getting there and like the why it's happening.
It's just kind of like
yeah. I was just like, oh, okay, you're just
doing it.
Okay, yeah,
right. And as a distraction too, I wish it would have been, okay, you know what? The kids aren't listening. This isn't working. I have to go do everything I can.
I know that. Yeah, exactly. Like Goku, I know him being back for a day is like not really a thing that matters anymore, but it would have been cool if he's like, I've only got an hour left, so I'm just going to go, like, I'm already dead. I'm just going to go give it my all. And then he's like, I'm going to fight Boo, and I'm going to unleash something I've never done before, and then gives it his all. Especially because we've learned that this takes all the energy he'll need to like remain on Earth, basically.
It's shortening his time left because he's using so much energy.
Yeah, it's a long day.
So now I want to ask you one thing. We have 3 threads now. Mm-hmm. We have 3 strong threads and 1 primary antagonist. We have Gohan with the Z-Sword. We have Fusion with the boys. And we have Goku is now currently fighting Majin Buu as a Super Saiyan 3. First time we've ever seen this form. It's significant. We can only assume way stronger than Vegeta was when he just fought Buu, because it's, a next level. So where are you at on that? Like, we got 3 big old threads.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to pay off? Like, what do you think is...
I think Super Saiyan 3 will be the one that pays off the least. I don't think it's critical to winning. Only because, like, Goku's time has got to be running out. I tell you what, if we do this entire arc in one day, I'm going to be really upset.
In last episode, they said in the tournament earlier today,
and I was like,
what?
Yeah, it's like comical.
I was so confused.
And we've had stretch time before with the Freeze arc, but like,
not like this.
This is getting a little insane. Like, Boo is hungry, and people only eat so many times a day. You can't just keep saying Boo's hungry. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, he's already had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, you can't.
He's already had chocolate and crackers and candy.
And candy and cookie. And like, it's getting, let's just put Goku back to death. I don't know. But no, I think the Z-Sword's going to be, I think the fusion is going to be necessary to beat him down. And I think the Z-Sword is going to be necessary to chop him up. I feel like the Z-Sword is the kind of sword where like, what it does cannot be reversed. So like, you need to chop him up with the Z-Sword, and he won't be able to get back together.
Interesting.
Otherwise, I don't know what the hell we're doing with this sword. Looks cool.
It is a sword.
Yeah.
It does look cool. Okay, so Super Saiyan 3. So rank our forms here.
Super Saiyan
in all. So you are ranking the 3 forms in every context, including their debut, the narrative meaning, the appearance, which characters use them, and to what degree of coolness, everything. Every factor, you are ranking the 3 forms.
With that in mind, Super Saiyan 3, bottom. Mm-hmm. Super Saiyan 1 after that, and Super Saiyan 2 is top.
That is also probably my list. Although I do love Super Saiyan. I do love the look. So also with Super Saiyan 3 in the concept art, he grew his tail back, which I really wish they would have kept. I really
It was
wish.
cool to see like the beast, the beast,
Yeah.
the ape screaming inside of him, and they have the little.
And he turns into a baby.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, I love the sequence, the sequence, and then yeah, I know you were joking earlier, but like Sean Schemmel, he's like just unparalleled.
Yeah.
Like it is so good.
Yeah, he's
it's
awesome.
so cool.
He's like probably like there's me, and then he's like right
below.
Yeah.
Right below.
Yeah.
For sure. And I do think this is the first. What was I about to say? I know they've always like yelled when they transform or whatever, but I think by this point they were kind of like aware of that being something that people like.
Yeah.
And so they really dug into it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The scream.
The squeam.
The squeaming.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Super Saiyan 3 exists, and now you know that. And now I can retweet so much more art.
Yay.
Okay, so back to the normal. We just had to talk about Super Saiyan 3.
Back to reality.
Whoa, there goes gravity. We just had to talk about the regular, or not the regular. We had to talk about the new form because it is such a big deal.
And spoilers, it's like the only thing that happens in this episode. Trio of episodes.
In the no. We get one more thing. Gohan pulled out the Z sword
True,
in
he
episode
does.
243. The Z sword.
I have some issues with that too.
Okay, so let's get there. Videl in the beginning of the episode is like dead. Really bad delivery. And then she's like, everyone's just saying Gohan is dead, but we haven't even found a body. And it's like, Videl, you sweet summer child. Did Cell have a body?
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm actually on Videl's
Did
side.
Goku have a body when he died?
I would go look for it.
Did he? No.
I would put in a little bit of effort to confirm the death.
Krillin says they don't feel his life force anymore.
Krillin is a little out of the game. And also, Krillin doesn't really have any powers or anything. So he's just...
He has Destructo Disc.
Yeah.
Do you think Krillin will ever win a fight again in this show? Or really just fight again in this show?
No. He's got a baby.
Do you think he'll have a moment in Super?
Wife. Yeah, I hope so. I hope he does. Krillin's like an OG. He needs to get his time to shine.
You think Vegeta will ever win a fight?
No.
No. Videl doesn't believe it. Gohan fails to pull this. We cut to the Supreme Kai planet. Kibito, I would like to just say, is even more of an asshole than usual in this episode.
Yeah, he
just
also
kind
looks
of
like a
annoying.
South Park character, I've noticed.
A South Park character.
Him and Supreme Kai's eyes are very South Parkish.
That's because this episode was really poorly animated.
Okay, so that's it. But yeah, I was like,
They
you
look
guys look
derpy.
like you could fit in a South Park episode. So they're there. They're trying to pull out the Z sword. Kibito's he's not very nice. He's just like, there's no shot. No one else. Everyone's done it. You can't do it. And Supreme Kai's like, just let him try. And he tries, and it doesn't come right out. And I thought it was going to be honest. I thought it would slip right out, but it doesn't. He has to put in a lot of muscle. In fact, he has to go Super Saiyan to get it out.
The moment the sword's about to come out, you can tell Gohan like really, it's just like really difficult for him. Like in that exact moment,
Yeah.
you know what you need to do, but you don't know if you have the strength to do it. And then we learn that his pull-out game is indeed quite strong.
Yeah.
Stronger than most, stronger than Supreme Kai. And I wonder how that'll play out in the future with Videl.
I have a feeling it will play out quite well. Although I do have some issues with his pull-out method.
Tell me.
Does he legitimately get the sword out, or is he breaking what's holding the sword?
That's a very, very good question. It is in rock.
Yeah, so
that they could vaporize.
he is just exactly, and then he's not able to really hold the sword when he has it out. Is he the true Arthur to this story? Is he our King Arthur? Is that the right?
Yes.
Yes.
They also made it seem like I didn't know if like you have to be. They haven't even said like you have to be like the chosen one or worthy to hold the sword,
Yeah.
or is it just heavy as shit and he's the only one that can pick it up?
I was kind of getting the vibe that it was going to be more like Thor's hammer type of thing, where you can't do anything with
Mjolnir.
it. Mjolnir, Mjolnir, and Stormbreaker.
I like how you can't really change that
Yeah,
one.
you can't.
Stormbreaker.
Yeah, but it's.
Thor: Love and Thunder is the worst movie ever made.
I disagree, but it's not a good movie.
It's very bad. Anyway,
It's pretty
continue.
bad.
If you are subscribed to our Patreon, you might hear us talk about it this month.
You might.
Anyway.
Yeah, he pulls it out, and it's too heavy for him to really wield. Like, he's doing it, but he's like struggling.
Right.
He's
So what is your problem? The rock thing?
yeah, I just don't know if he got it out legitimately. He broke the rock around it. That made it easier.
Yes.
I'm just questioning the legitimacy of Gohan as King Arthur.
So why? Okay, you already kind of said what you think the sword is going to do, but I just want to know, like, why narratively, or like even like I don't know if I want to say like lore wise or what I should say, but like, why is there a sword in the rock on this planet that mortals are not allowed to walk on?
This is actually, and I have some other notes that kind of go to this. I have a few problems with this arc so far, and that it's just that it kind of feels like it's I don't want to say not planned, but like we're just pulling things out that drastically change and do things out of nowhere. Fusion out of nowhere. Goku's a goddamn pro. He knows the ins and outs of fusion. He knows you can only do it for 30 minutes before you break apart. He knows he's never done it. We've never heard him talk about it before. Now all of a sudden he's an expert.
He learned it in Otherworld, he said. But
now we've got this sword for no reason other than the fact that like it's a cool fairy tale, and we're just gonna have a magic sword. Is it the sword that Trunks has? I'm starting to think so, maybe. But we're gonna, maybe find out, maybe not. I don't know. There's just a lot of things that in this arc are just happening, and I want a little more.
I will say one thing: you are not the only person to feel that way. I will say that is at least at the point that we're at right now, that is a very common take.
Yeah,
it's a cold take.
It's just kind of.
Like, they're introducing stuff left and right. Like, it's almost like his editors were like, do new and exciting things right now.
Yeah.
Because sales are down.
Or they were like, he's like, okay, so I made Boo and he doesn't have any weaknesses. And then they're like, okay, so how are they going to beat him? And he's like, oh, I don't know.
He's really strong, guys.
We're going to try a few things and see what happens. And they're like, okay.
To be fair, well, I don't know.
Or this is all just merch. Is it cool to make an action figure that can hold a sword? Yeah, it's really freaking cool. Is it cool to merge two characters? Probably. That can make a whole new figurine with their probably own cool sounding name. Yeah, probably. Is Super Saiyan 3 cool looking? Is it something we can make a little figurine of? Yeah, it is.
So I think, a lot of people have that argument when it comes to really anything with anime and like commercialization of anime. I think something can serve really strong narrative purpose and have its place in the story and not be shoehorned, and also be able to make cool toys. Like, I don't think those two things have to be mutually exclusive.
I mean, Star Wars, when it's good, is awesome, but still, like, it's for toys. Like,
think how many more race figures they would have sold if they gave her own like double-sided yellow lightsaber.
Yeah.
They would have sold a lot more.
Or like an arc that like makes sense.
Are we talking about Star Wars again? Star Wars speak. I don't want to have Star Wars speak. I would just get upset. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really heavy. We do learn now. We cut back to Goku, and he's like, the kids are being a little bit. What is the word? I was gonna say awry. Awry? How do you say that? Awry?
Awry.
That's not really the word. It's like they're being a little stinkers. Brats, maybe?
Yeah, they're being a little bit of a brats.
But we do learn about the 30-minute time limit. So how do you feel about... So were you assuming they were permanently fused, or did you...
No, I assumed it was just like we can hold it as long as we want together. You
No.
hold my hog, I hold yours.
So now predict for me how that 30-minute time limit's going to come into play.
They're just going to give it all they got in 30 minutes. None of these fights last longer than 30. Well, they do to us, but like they're not. 30 minutes, I'm with Goku. 30 minutes is plenty of time to kill Boo. Or who is it? Goku that said that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with Goku. I think
Piccolo
30 minutes
said it wouldn't
plenty.
be enough time.
If you had 30 minutes and you went all out, one, not many people would be fighting for 30 minutes anyway. That's like extreme stamina, which they probably have. And two, yeah, I think if they went all out, they can make it happen. 30 minutes is enough time to do it.
I was gonna say that Goku fought Frieza for more than 30 minutes for sure, which he probably still did. But that 5 minutes lasts like 15 episodes. So
it does.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Now Goku versus Vegeta just now, that was probably like a 3-minute fight.
Yeah.
If not less.
Yeah. Takes a lot of energy to fight.
Moving on.
I'm a trained fighter, so I know this.
Well, last time we sparred, it was like you defeated me in less than 30 seconds. Instant defeat. You teleported behind me and then took me from behind.
Yeah. Again.
So then the kids are being upset. They're like, why didn't you help Gohan? Why didn't you help Vegeta? And then Goku reaffirms, now mind you, this is very shortly before he turns into a Super Saiyan 3. Goku reaffirms that he is not strong enough to kill Boo. He says that only fusion will be strong enough.
So fusion's stronger than Super Saiyan 3.
We are now getting.
That's what I have to be.
If you put 1 + 1 together, we have to infer that Goku's Super Saiyan 3 is less strong than this potential fusion.
1 + 1 = 2. Super Saiyan 3. I don't see it.
Coincidence? I mean, we do know that fusion will potentially
It
multiply them.
Yeah, I guess it's exponential.
It's not adding, it's like multiplying. I don't know. We'll have to see. But to me, that's what they're saying.
Yeah,
Which,
I can see that.
To me, also makes Super Saiyan 3 even less remarkable. Because, like, we're seeing... You know, this is the kind of thing that
He disqualified himself immediately.
Right. Which, first off, I still don't think that's something he would do. I think he would be like, I have this new Super Saiyan 3. It's really strong. I'm going to give it everything I got.
Exactly.
Second off, you're making the form less cool by... Now, we've already seen it, and we already know that it can't win. And so... It's like, why would you do it now? Why would you not? Yep. Anyway. So another city's gone. They destroy another city. They eat all the residents. They're all candy and chocolate and so on. And then we cut to Mr. Satan training. He's trying to learn to fly. Learn to fly with me. I just can't make it alone. And I'm looking for a conversation. I'm looking 'cause I'm tired of trying. I'm looking for a way to come and learn to fly. Foo Fighters. Another city's gone. Satan's training, trying to learn how to fly. It is and hijinks ensue. What more can I say? Did you like this with Mr. Satan?
What do you think?
No,
I did not. He's not even. It doesn't even make this whole scene doesn't even make sense. There's no world where what he's doing translates to flying. He flies for like 20 seconds in a 9-foot building before hitting the root. It's so dumb. And then he comes out and he's like, I'm gonna do a new technique and I gotta go train forever. And all these people are still eating his shit up. He's a joke. He's a fake. He's a fraud. Stop putting your faith in him. Stop putting your love in him. Stop thinking he's the savior. He's not.
Do you think Mr. Satan narratively will have any real role in the near future?
No.
Do you think he will play out in any positive net gain?
No. I just assume I just assume I'm in the minority and people like Mr. Satan, and that's why he keeps appearing in the show.
I don't think they like him because they like him. I think they like him because he's so annoying and like, I don't know. He's the champ. If it wasn't for him, Gohan would not have become a Super Saiyan 2 and defeated Cell. He's the world champ. Are you disassociating or coming?
Neither. That was the silliest thing I've ever heard in my life. Don't give Mr. Satan credit for anything.
He was brave. He threw Android 16's head at Cell. Do you not remember?
No, I remember.
You probably
but
fell asleep during that
Mr.
part.
Satan, I probably did. If Mr. Satan's on the screen, I'm thinking about anything else. I hate him. I hate him.
I hate him.
I hate him.
That was a lot. Trunks talks to Bobbity. What do you think about that? He's like, hey, we're going to get you soon.
It's
fine.
Trunks?
Do you like Trunks?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's annoying.
I mean, Kid Trunks is annoying.
Yes. I like Trunks.
Yeah. I mean, he's a kid, though.
Future Trunks is one of the coolest characters ever.
Kids can be annoying at that age. How old is he? Probably like 8.
Yeah, but it still tarnishes the way, the real Trunks.
True. The way of the Trunks.
The way of the
Trunks. I mean, the poor
That's
kid's
James
name is
Cameron's
Trunks.
next movie, Dragon Ball Z, The Way of the Trunks. And the trailer's not going to have any words in it. But it will look pretty. Episode... Oh, what'd you give it?
3 out of 7.
I give it a 4, which I feel like your 3 and my 4 are both
The
like
same.
averages.
Yeah.
Like,
They are. 3 and 4. We have a 7-point scale, so 3 and 4 are kind of like the same.
Oh, shit.
They don't really mean anything.
I spilled my Coke. Okay.
Did it get onto the floor?
The floor, no. The desk, slightly. Do you have a paper towel?
No.
Here, I'll just kind of...
Don't push it through the crack.
No, I'm pushing it away from the crack. We're good. It's just a couple drops.
And episode 244, Race! Ridge Racer to Capsule Corp.
Race to Capsule Corp. The episode looks better, and then the kids, all of a sudden, after having the talk with Goku already, are being brats again, which is weird. It almost felt like a little disconnected.
Trunks doesn't believe in the fusion process. He thinks it's a waste of their time.
I'm just gonna say it. If you were that age and you could and you and your best friend could turn into one person and then fight the strongest person alive, to me that sounds like the best day of my life. I would like for you and I to fuse and fight Donald John Trump.
Oh, we would destroy him.
They reanimated, or I wouldn't even say reanimated. They animated a little flashback with Krillin and Goku, which was cool.
Yeah.
That was new.
I would have liked it to have been the milk moment. It's a more impactful moment of Dragon Ball history.
This wasn't a moment.
That's
This
true.
was just new. So yeah, Trunks and Goten, they're getting them to try to balance their power out. So they both turn into Super Saiyans, and then they wanted to do it without Super Saiyan. Trunks is a little bit smaller, but they have to be the same power level to fuse. Now Krillin's like, man, I remember this memory.
I remember when I was stronger than Goku.
And it was the exact same thing, but with Krillin being a little stronger than Goku, which was about, in the grand scheme of things, a tiny blip.
Yeah.
But he's
Power
hanging on to
levels
it.
have to be the exact same to fuse. How Goku can tell beats me
Because he can sense power levels.
exactly the same. I right now, as it stands, I hate fusion.
Explain.
It's out of nowhere. It doesn't make sense, and I just don't like it narratively. It's the introduction of it. I just don't like that Goku is a fusion master, and I know, sure, he learned it off world or whatever, but this isn't the kind of training I like to see in my Dragon Ball Z.
I understand. Do you think it has potential to change your mind?
Yeah, it has potential to change my mind. I'm sure if they fuse and have a cool looking form or whatever, or person or whatever they become, I will be like, this is the coolest thing ever. But until then, yeah.
Yeah, so we cut to Boo, and he like destroys a car, and the guy inside is scared. And then Akosa, we get Akosa back.
It's been a minute.
Yep, so this is the annoying kid that fought Trunks, and I guess his mom, who is also annoying, if you recall, told Bobbity that Trunks lives at Capsule Corp in West City.
Yeah,
so
she's
now
a snitch, and we know what happens to snitches.
they get killed. They get Coke Zero Sugar with cherry. Goku decides... So that's a thing. So Bobbity knows. So Bobbity's going to go to West City and destroy it. Problem there is that's where the Dragon Radar is. They're going to need the Dragon Balls after Boo is defeated because they need to revive people and so on. And so they decide, put training on hold. Trunks needs to go get the radar. And
Not save this. Here, okay. So she's like, they're at Capsule
Bulma?
Corps.
Oh,
No,
okay.
with the mom. They're at Capsule Corps, and Bobbity's like, okay, we're gonna go murder them. And they're like, okay, Trunks, you need to go to Capsule Corps. And I'm like, okay, he's going to go save Grandma and Grandpa. But no, he's just there to get the radar. And then he has the opportunity to tell them or save them or do anything. And he's like, got a blast, bark.
Well, he's still there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe he'll bring them.
He won't. And we're never going to acknowledge that the bibbity bobbity boobity need to go to Capsule Corps again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Interesting. Goku decides to distract Boo. I really think it's possible, I'm not going to talk about this for long. Super Saiyan 3, I think it's possible because it was clearly not planned or thought out in any way in the story. I can only assume that he decided about it like the week or 2 weeks before and designed it like before and then just kind of like put it in there.
The ratings were down. Let's just say that.
Who knows though?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool.
Yep. So Goku goes there. He gives Bobbity and Boo a warning about you're gonna see the people that you're looking for. So just stop doing what you're doing. And they say no.
I don't know what Goku was thinking they were going to say.
But then he told Boo, he was like, "Why do you listen to him? You're thousands of times more powerful than him." And Boo kind of liked that.
Boo was like, "Yeah, you're right," and Bobby was like, "Fuck."
So do you think there's gonna be a
yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
They're sowing the seeds.
I still think Boo is a kid, and I think whenever he grows up, he's gonna be like, wait a minute,
You think he's
who are you?
You think he is a kid?
He's wearing a diaper and he talks like a child. I hope he one day learns to talk.
It's not a diaper. It's like Middle Eastern inspired like genie pants.
That makes sense actually. It looks like a diaper on him because he doesn't have legs.
Because he's round.
Yeah, it just looks like his bottom half is just basically all ass, which respect. Same, to be honest.
Why don't you tell me about the Bobbity ass we got?
Oh yeah, we had to actually reverse it because there's a scene where we're panning the camera and Bobbity's ass is just
jiggling.
That thing was bouncing. I was feeling some type of way.
He was twerking on the camera lens.
He was twerking back when. Well, I'm sure twerking was a thing back then, but pretty cool.
I don't know. and then Goku says he's going to go to the next level. So yeah, you said, I forget what you said. You said you were like, oh, this is going to be Super Saiyan 3, or what did you think that was going to be?
Yeah,
some
I assumed
form,
yeah, I assumed it
something.
was going to be Super Saiyan 3 or like the next Super Saiyan form.
What'd you give it?
7.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
The transformation.
No. This is pre-transformation.
Oh, this is episode 244?
Yeah, 244.
Oh, it might be 3 out of 7.
Okay, I was like, wow, I'm very surprised.
3 out of 7.
I gave it a 5. I think it's mostly because I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad episode. It was good. And then Super Saiyan 3, we've really talked about the whole episode. I give it a 7 out of 7. Even though it's not a perfect episode, the transformation is so good that there is no other possible score to
It's
give
my lowest 7, though. Closest 7 to a 6, I think, so far. Pretty much the 7s are exclusively transformations at this point, or whenever like a very sick fight happens. And I think this would be this is the closest to a 6 of my 7s.
I'm trying to think if there's another 7 that we gave that wasn't either of those things. I feel like maybe I don't know. I feel like maybe some of the Cell stuff, but those were probably cool fights.
I know I gave any episode with Captain Ginyu a 7. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that right.
You need to have a little more confidence.
I do. I do.
There's not much more to say about this episode. There was a...
Oh, Boo learns quickly. That seems like a big thing to call out. Boo knows Vegeta's disc shooting move.
It wasn't even disc shoot. It's just like a lot of energy blasts, which to me, that was kind of news to me that's Vegeta's move.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Well,
I mean, he does do that a lot, but to me, it's like it's not his
just
move.
a Vegeta move.
Yeah, it's like it's just blasting a lot of blasts.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's something. Maybe Boo's gonna pick up on
Super
the Z
Saiyan
fighters.
3.
His move. Yo, shoot.
His tendril will get very long.
There are holes. What's coming out of those holes?
Now I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
If Nappa, remember Nappa?
Yeah, I do. What do you mean if I remember Nappa? Have some confidence in me.
Oh. What would happen if he turned into a Super Saiyan 3?
If Nappa turned into a Super Saiyan 3?
Would he grow hair?
Not on his head.
Whoa! The stash.
Super, super, super long. It would look like the guy from Looney Tunes. Cowboy?
What is his name? Ranger Rick?
Probably.
They do fight a little bit, but the fight, I think all the animation went into the transformation. The fight's kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
Agreed. And they don't really get to do too much. They just kind of like punch around a little bit. I do love when he's transforming as well. We didn't really get to... I like how it feels like the whole earth is shaking. Like they cut to so many different cities and stuff, and like everything's falling apart.
Yeah.
Lots of there could really be a Batman versus Superman
moment
after this.
Yeah.
Like this guy,
Do we need the Z Fighters? Did the Z Fighters bring the villains to Earth?
Goku thought so. That's why he wanted to stay dead.
Yeah.
And guess what? Boo probably wouldn't have been revived if Goku wasn't on the planet, because Boo was revived because Goku fought Vegeta.
Yes.
So
This is a Batman Joker situation.
Making
Making you think, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to check out our Patreon.
Not a good show. Anymore.
Okay. Please don't forget. Can I do the outro? Don't forget to look at our Patreon and follow us on Twitter and comment on our YouTube channel and subscribe.
Oh, now you want me to talk. I've been shut down, ladies and gentlemen, so you'll be lucky if I return next week.
Goku, I'm sorry, I meant to say Wesley. Wesley
People get those mixed up a lot.
is the Super Saiyan 3 of the group. Do you want to know why?
Because I have long hair.
Correct. When I was bald, was the Krillin of the group, but I have now become, shall we say... There's no one. So I started the sentence. I had no intention of finishing it, and I was unable to.
Because you've been mean to me this episode just now, I'm going to say that you are the Mr. Satan of this show. Because you're a dork.
He's still jacked.
And you're a loser, and you will
still
never be the champion of Dragon Ball Speak.
He still has the Satan hog.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering our villain moment. Next week, me and Brandon will face off live.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.